What's up, guys? So I wanted to make a little video to kind of walk around the car and show a little bit about what's done to it, and tell you guys some of the stuff that's done to it. I've never really posted anything. So the car is a 1990 300ZX twin turbo. I've had it a little over 2 years now. I've always wanted one. Back 12, 13 years ago, when I was 13 or 14 years old, is when I first kind of came across these cars, and I instantly, fell in love and wanted one. As far as the exterior, I do like Twin Z parts, as you can tell. It's got the Twin Z P-Spec front fascia, as well as the Twin Z nose panel. On the side, I've got the Twin Z side skirts. Out back, it's got the Twin Z rear diffuser. If I can get it to show up. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. It's got the OEM 99J spec tail lights. Kind of expensive, but definitely worth it. I think it's a nice upgrade on the exterior for these cars. The car has KYB AGX struts with TNS Tech springs. Dropped it down pretty low, but it still rides, pretty smooth. It's got the 300-degree camber kit up front to kind of straighten out the camber a little bit. The rear, I didn't feel really needed anything adjustable. The they still set pretty straight. So wheels are 18-inch Nismo LMGT4 wheels. They're my favorite wheel for these cars, and they're 18 by 8.5 in the front and 18 by 9.5 in the rear. And I'm running a 235 tire up front and a 275 out back. And they were originally silver. I had them powder coated gloss black. I think it looks quite nice. And it's got a 20% tint all around. Looks kind of nice. Oh, one thing I wanted to talk about too, a lot of people ask me this when I post pictures on the 300ZX page on Facebook, is about my LED lights in the bumper that I put on here. So as you can see, on both the left and right side openings, I have those little LED strips up top. And the reason I got those, if you stand back here and you see the side markers on the side, that's actually what they Twin Z says to use as your turn signal. And I guess theoretically, from head on, you could see that. But I kind of wanted, I'd seen a video a long time ago of a guy that had put LED strips down there, and it looked really good. And they're actually switchback LEDs, so normal running lights, they light up a cool white, and then when you turn the turn signal on, they'll flash orange. So it just looked kind of clean, and I think it's a little more visible than using the side markers instead. So interior wise, it's mostly stock. I recovered the seats about 1.5 years ago using the Interior Innovation skins. I've never done interior work, and I was able to do these. It's really not that big of a job. If you have a twin turbo with cracked leather seats, I'd highly recommend picking these up and doing them yourself. It wasn't a bad job. I pulled the seats out and did it in my room in the air conditioning, so it wasn't a bad job at all. Interior is mostly stock. It's nice and clean. Let's see. I'll show you guys under the hood. Nothing fancy like a wire tuck or anything like that. It's got the Power Tricks 3-piece carbon fiber air guide, polished fuse box cover, carbon fiber throttle cover with the polished strip. Then I also got the Z1 hard pipes for a little cleaner look. And it's mostly it under the hood. You know, it's pretty simple. Still looks pretty good for 26 years old, I would say. As far as performance, the car really doesn't have too much done. It's still on the stock turbos, stock injectors. It's got the pop charger intake, the Z1 hard pipes, Godspeed intercoolers, Z1 downpipes, Z1 test pipes, B&B resonated X pipe, and the Z1 PG rear section. And that combination sounds really nice. And then it's got a manual boost controller running about 15.5 psi. It's got the Z1 chip so I can run a little bit more boost. And now that I've got it, when I got the car originally, it didn't run too great. And now that I got it lined out, it definitely has plenty of power. I was pleasantly surprised once I got it running good how healthy it ran, you know, with what little was done to it. Anyway, that's pretty much a full overview of the car. So if you guys have any questions or comments or anything like that, just feel free to leave them below. Alright, see you guys.